The world's on air, news is popping everywhere. Akai and Verm, we take the stage. Friends with headlines, turn the page. Just pure talk, it's what we do. Around the world, we bring it to you. Laughs and facts on your airwaves. Every story, every day. From sunny coasts to snowy peaks. Breaking news and the hottest leaks. We're your voice, we're your crew. The globe's in spin, we'll bring it to you. Just pure talk, it's what we do. Around the world, we bring it to you. Laughs and facts on your airwaves. Every story, every day.
From Whispers on the Hollywood. Hey, everybody. DJ Verm here, live. We're on Just Pure Talk. Yes, again, I'm back. I've been missing a couple of weeks. I know Akai has taken over, and he's doing a great job with the team. Hi, Doc. Hi, Samurai. Yes, I'm back. I should be back. Another one weekend, but it's the end of September. And then I should be stopping all this. Yeah. So a lot of work in the rodeo world. So, I'll kick it off. So we had a nice weekend. Rodeo World. I don't know if some of you saw the TikTok, because I know not everybody has TikTok here. We've been streaming live on LPV Podcast TikTok, and we've been having a ball. It's great. A lot of work, I could tell you, man. 27 hours on a weekend is a lot of hours. So, it's a lot of time, yeah. So, and we're there, and we're having fun.
Water?
Yes, I do. I drink water and beer. A lot of beer.
You haven't invited us for free beer.
Yeah,
like, wait a second.
A lot of beer and some water. Yeah, to make sure that it goes down well. So
yeah, you got to keep the throat lubricated,
Yeah, exactly. You got to have that voice. Yeah, exactly. So, Truck Sam, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Just working, hauling the freight.
Are you working?
Safely? I'd like to point out he's hauling the freight safely.
Oh, he's hauling the freight. Okay, so he's kind of busy at the moment. Okay, yeah. Doc Fallujah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I start my master's on Monday. Well, actually, classes technically already started, but they don't start till Monday. But okay. I'm a go-getter, so I already started doing assignments. Because if I get them done now, the class is only so many weeks long, and I don't have to do them later. And sometimes, if you're lucky, if you submit an assignment early and you get a bad grade, the teacher will let you submit it because it's before the due date.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a good one.
It's a little educational smartness right there.
Yeah. How's your building going? How's your little...
It's good. Hopefully this Saturday I'll have the metal roof on and done.
Okay.
I started working on the floor today, so I'm trying a new process. Well, it's new to me.
Yeah.
It's been around for decades. It's called Dirtcrete. So you just use your local dirt and you mix concrete in with it and you make a concrete floor. So we're going to give it a swing and see what happens.
Oh, so great. You're going to have to send me some new pictures, because I mean, you must have.
That was today. That's why I'm still running. I've been up in the mountains and getting home, cook supper for the kid, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of work. I mean, it's fun. It's a project. It's something that I know you like to build. So it's something that you like to build. So
it is. I'm actually kind of amazed how far we've gotten in basically just 10 days up there.
Okay.
Not even full days.
It's almost quicker than Minecraft.
Some of the days are only like half days because I go up there, get work for 4 hours, and have to turn around and come back and pick up the kids. So, from school.
Okay.
They started school in Colorado already?
Oh, yeah.
They started in North Dakota, but across the river, they don't start till the 2nd in most places.
Oh, really?
No?
They wait till after Labor Day, yeah.
Wow. They must get out later, though.
No, they get out at the same time. What happens is these schools start earlier and they get more 3-day weekends.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
Like they actually get 2 full weeks for spring break and stuff. instead of like the
They should
week
be
off.
lucky they're not French. Go to school on Saturdays.
What do you mean French goes to school on Saturday? Oh, by the way, you guys have talked about the minimum wage. The minimum wage around here is about $16 an hour.
16 Canadian dollars?
Yes, an hour.
So like $10?
No, it's like 13.
Well, I mean, U.S.
70 cents on the dollar, roughly.
So if you're thinking, because I've listened, I wanted to answer, but it's a damn recording, so I can't answer. Yeah. So so just to let you know,
$16, that's a lot of money.
I'm talking about Quebec. Don't worry, I'm talking about Quebec because we have different provinces, so they might have different.
Well, we also heard that not to go off of our topics, but Alberta's passing all these crazy laws to try to separate themselves from Canada. Pseudo like, Akai, did you say something about their cattle laws?
They were doing something with their cattle laws, and they did something with their oil laws.
They're trying.
So
they're trying
deals, and I guess we'll see what happens. But
we'll see what happens. They're trying. They lie too, so they're trying. They're working things. It's not going fast enough for them. These promises, and so
Well, I guess was it?
And it's a part.
2026 is the supposed independence vote.
We'll see.
I don't think they're going to be allowed to leave.
No.
I mean, the only way they'd be allowed to leave is if another country put a military there, because Canada's smart enough to deploy whatever resemblance of the National Guard you have or the civil service to maintain your territory.
For sure, if they have to go there, yeah.
And then furthermore, you have that's your breadbasket, Alberta, isn't it? Don't they do a majority of your grain with Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
So a lot of food production comes out of there.
Quebec, in 1980, Quebec tried to separate. They passed a vote. They done all that. They worked on it, and then they tried again, and they tried again, and they done maybe something like 4 votes, 4 different referendums.
So what can you explain?
And we're still there. And we're still there.
They never got a vote to actually separate.
They had a vote. I think it came out to something. Was it close to 50? I'm trying to remember.
Because Quebec never had, from my understanding, and I'm just down here in the South, my understanding is that Quebec never got the amount of people to vote to actually do the separation thing, if I remember right.
Well, they
wanted to be their own independent French.
Quebec did too, yeah.
No, they wanted to be a country. Yeah, they wanted to be a country. They wanted to become a country, not a state, it's a country. They wanted to become their own country because we're big enough. We're bigger than Belgium.
Yeah.
Territory-wise.
You're bigger than Texas, I think. Aren't you bigger than Texas?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'd have to go get the facts.
Quebec is a huge is province the right word?
Yeah,
it's province.
Because I don't want to use state because then people get offended. I'm like,
so is Ontario though too. Ontario very well could do the same thing. Now the little ones are the Manitobas, the Albertas, the Saskatchewan. All those are very small.
But if you see if you listen to
it's like the size of Minnesota.
Yeah, it's not time. It's not time to separate. If you separate,
so we're gonna have the CSSR then.
What's that?
You're going to have to explain that one.
Back in the day, you had the USSR, the United Social Soviet Republic. Then you have the Canadians, so they all break apart in a bunch of other countries. So it goes from one country to like 15 or whatever. I'm not being a smart aleck about it, but it's that's what it seems like they want. They want to break up like USSR. However, you don't have enough cultural diversity, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like Ukraine obviously was a different culture. And like Afghanistan and all those countries were very different cultures that broke. And Afghanistan didn't break off. Russia tried to take it. But all those different countries that broke off from Russia had very distinctive ethnic groups. And Canada's been a melting pot for a very long time.
And Alberta, Saskatchewan is run a lot by Indian nations. How do you say? Is that how we say it in English?
First Nations people. Yeah,
you might call them First Nations. Sometimes we call them Native Americans.
And the First Nations made it clear to that Prime Minister, what's her name there, Dennis something, Smith something, that no way it's going to happen. They're running it. They're the ones, I mean, they'd have to say yes.
Well,
And if they don't say yes, nothing's going to, even if they vote, you know how it is. Then they're going to have to fight the First Nations. And First Nations are so big around there.
that
Hey,
may be
look,
true.
just to let you
However,
know,
in our area,
Manitoba is run by a First Nation prime minister.
correct. And I've been there. I go to Winnipeg.
Yeah,
I would let you know though, in our area, there it is. Most Native American reservations are sovereign land, not owned by the United States. And there's a few down by where Akai is at.
no, but
That
it's the same thing for us.
Yeah,
it's the
what I'm
same
saying
thing.
is if that were the case, then if they had area, all that would happen is it just still become a sovereign nation. The only thing that's really being effective is which countries around them, whether whether they secede to United Kingdom, whether they secede to Australia, whether they secede to United States. Nothing is changing really for the First Nations people because they'd still be a sovereign nation.
I know, but I mean,
I think it would change because they get their benefits, they get
From
their
Canada.
money from the government of Canada.
That's
Yeah.
okay. They can just put up casinos. That's what the Native Americans do where I live, and there's a lot of people I know that are Native
Hey,
American.
I
They
got
get big
reserves in
fat
Quebec.
checks.
I got
Talking
reserves
guys,
in Quebec. Yeah,
hundred
they got
thousand dollars,
bingo
$100,000+ a year, and I don't know how they don't ever have money. Well,
because they hide it.
no. What happens is they're spending on all sorts of stuff. A lot of times, can't speak for all of them. Some of them spend. Some of the people that I know spend money on stuff that they probably shouldn't spend on. You get 100,000, and instead of going and buying a nice house or something, they'll buy a car that they break, and then they buy another car that they break, and or they'll buy stuff, that is not long lasting. You take that money and you invest in it for 10 years. That's $1 million in 10 years, and Mr. Akai can give you about 6 people you can talk to if you have that kind of money lying around.
Okay.
And set you up for family wealth, for generational wealth. And it's very unfortunate that the French and the British and the Spanish. I'm not even going to really blame Americans because we all came from someplace. The Europeans came to this country and took land away from those people, and then made peace with them, and then lied to them and stabbed their back, and et cetera, et cetera. However, what I can go back and look at is that's in the past, and all I can do is control what I do now. And what I mean by that is I can show those people respect, treat them like human beings, and move forward. I don't know how much my family had to do with their current situation.
I don't think it matters how much your family had to do with anything,
I agree.
because this goes back to that old statement of if a child is born from rape,
Yeah.
do you still give him the title rapist? Well, it's
Yeah.
it's not his fault. It's not, the
No.
child has nothing to do with it. And
No.
and that goes back to the whole reparations debate, where who are you going to get to pay the reparations? Are you going to charge everybody by skin color? Are you going to give breaks if somebody was a Union soldier? Are you going to, because what about the 400,000 Union soldiers that died to fight for slavery? What
Well,
happened? And it's a big old, just a mess.
I've seen a fact on that too, because only like 0.2% of the current population has had family that ever owned slaves. 0.2%. So if we have, like, say, 350 million people, that is a very small number of people that actually had slaves in their family.
Yeah.
And all that would happen is like all the other government benefits, the rich would pay more. So Akai and whatnot would end up paying more than the rest of us, which is unfortunate. Just because Akai's in a better financial situation than the rest of us, he shouldn't have to pay more. Because I'm pretty sure you're a third or fourth generation immigrant, right, Akai?
I've had people here since. You got people that came over in the 1800s, and I got people that came through that were the original explorers of Minnesota.
So, like, for example, my family, we are related to the Sitting King. People, I can pull up a family tree one day if you guys want. I'm related to Queen Mary of Scots. My family came over here in the 1630s because we had money, and we kept
Hey.
moving west. Back when money was nothing, and then obviously, we went to the hills and we became hillbillies, and that was the end of that. when your sister at one point in time became a viable relationship candidate, that's when our intelligence went down the hill.
That's
Happens
bad.
to all cultures.
And actually, it does. And you could put out that any given culture, as your genetic diversity declines, your intelligence also declines, because there is things that happen with genetic diversity. And I'll give an example. There's a people in Africa. I think they're called the Hadza, and I might be pronouncing it wrong, but from what I remember, there's only maybe 800 to 1,000 of them, but they've been in the same area for 100,000 years, and their genetic diversity is more diverse with another group from Africa than the whole rest of the world combined, which says that there must have been an extinction level event, which kind of points towards religious texts, which we're not going to discuss. But it kind of says that we went down to a very small group of people, and these people were isolated from those people, so they weren't affected by whatever happened. And they have if you were to marry one of those women, they might have cure for cancer in their DNA, and we don't even know it.
No, that's Russia. Yeah.
Well, there goes Sam.
You think Russia has the cure for cancer?
They took it out. They was out. After all the nonsense that's been going lately, they suddenly there's a cure. There's a vaccine.
They actually just found a cure for cancer in the United States.
We'll never see it.
No, they did testing, and it's proved to make the cancer go down. They were using some.
No, but Russia's supposed to be testing it on people.
No, they were testing on people. There's supposed to be some bee that the bee venom, when you inject it into the cancer, kills it within an hour. And they were doing human tests, and it was killing.
I don't know. I know you used to do that, but what I've read as an article, I'll find it. They were talking about that Russia was going to start some human testing on that. So I don't know. I'm reading exactly the same thing as you guys.
Honeybee venom as an anti-cancer treatment continues, and it looks like it has a pretty good suppression rate on the growth factor of tumors. So,
and you don't have to get chemo,
which is a bonus.
As long as, and if you're allergic to bees, they could give you something to prevent the allergy.
Okay.
So I
never understood chemo. Like, here we are, we're going to give you've got cancer from something, whatever it is. And then we're going to give you a massive dose of radiation, which is known to cause cancer.
Okay.
To cure your cancer. And, and then it comes back. And for a lot of people, it stays away for good and they're fine. And then there's a whole other group of people that, it's good for 5 years or whatever. And then their cancer comes back or they get a different cancer because of the radiation they were exposed to.
Okay.
So I think there's better ways out there, but I think, and this is my theory, this is not the stations, that the pharmaceutical companies have been hiding it from us.
But there's a set of blacklist patents.
For sure.
Because they make more money on the chemo. When you get a chemo treatment that costs $45,000.
Yeah.
Or you could take this pill that costs, $10.
Okay.
But let me ask a question. If you took the pill and you charge $45,000, but you could insure it cured cancer, you could get people to take the pill.
Of course you could.
Or say, hey, it's $60,000 for the pill, and we can promise you cancer's not going to come back. The problem is it's marketing. If they start giving you a pill that relieves cancer, then people are going to come back and say, well, how come you've been giving us chemo this whole time? It's almost like them admitting that they're wrong.
Yeah, and then they're going to get sued by some group of people are going to sue doctors and the pharmaceutical companies and that whole liability thing.
Yeah.
So if you don't admit that you're wrong, no one knows. It's kind of like we talked about one time on a podcast. There was a guy named Tom Ogle, I believe, out of Texas. Sam and I have talked about him. He made a car in, was it 82? Was it a 1972 Galaxy that had 100 miles a gallon?
Okay.
And then they offered to buy it from him, and he told the oil companies where they could stick it. Then a couple years later, he mysteriously got shot in a bar fight in the 80s when people just didn't get shot. Like when you got shot, it was because people were trying to assassinate you.
There's a lot of people that have mysteriously died when it comes to the whole. I think I've cracked the fuel thing. You know,
There's
what about
another guy
that car that ran off water?
Stevens or something like that.
There's also the guy that
Yeah,
made a
that
power
works.
system that takes power out of the air. And when I say power out of the air, I don't mean a windmill. It literally takes
compressed
free
air.
power out of air. And that got blacklist patented. So a lot of these patents get put in areas supposedly by the government so that they can't make money.
The biggest candidate of it all, Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look what happened to Tesla. He's like, oh, I can give free energy to everybody. And then the guy was like, well, how do we meter that? Well, you really can't. Oh, well, I'm pulling all your funding, and we're not going to work with you because, and so he lost all his funding, and he was one of the greatest minds out there. I mean,
He's the reason why we have AC power, because Thomas Edison takes credit for his inventions, but Thomas Edison wanted to do direct current, which means you had to have current going both ways.
direct current also has a shorter range.
Correct.
AC power could travel farther.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All Mr.
That's
Tesla,
why-
yeah.
So back in the day, like when they were lighting up New York and places like that, they would have to have DC generator stations every so many miles to supply power because DC current can't travel that far. It runs out. It's too much resistance. And so that's why they came up with the alternating current. And that's why you have transmission lines that go miles now. But if that was all DC, you'd have a power plant down the block from your house if it was DC.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the way the electrons travel on the wire or something like that.
Well, if you had 100 miles of cable, DC takes 127 years for a single electron to travel along that cable.
Are you serious?
Serious. And AC can travel up to 300 miles. But there's other factors. I obviously work for an electric company. You have the amount of volts that are going down the line. Now, I could be wrong. I think you have like 7,200. You have 14,400. And like, you see that green box outside your house? That's the most dangerous piece of equipment you have around your house, because there's probably 7,200 volts sitting in that box. And it's probably powering most of the neighborhood. And if you go up there and it's bad, you will die. You will turn into a hot dog on a grill. You will get cooked.
Yep. So don't sit on them. Not smart.
And I know that our power co-op had a big.
It's very rare that they energize the case, but those poor things are filled with oil.
Yep.
And there's not very many of them in the country, and a lot of them now are made overseas. There's very few that are made in the United States anymore. And in most countries, they're not made. They're made in another foreign country's plant. And if you don't have backup transformers for your power grid, if you ever suffer a grid down situation, EMP or anything like that, it could be years before you get power back.
I'll use Jamaica as an example. They had a hurricane, and when my wife was down there, was that October last year? And there were areas that when we left in January still didn't have power. And that was just from lines blowing over. We're talking months. What would they do in your town if you didn't have power for 3 months? Your power company, everyone would be pulled out and probably executed in the street.
Huh.
I
I have a generator, so at least.
Yeah, until that runs out of gas.
Yeah.
And then the gas company that gives you the gas for it doesn't have power to pump their gas pump. And so you got to think, if you run it on natural gas, then you're much better off, because as long as that meter runs, you'll be good.
Yeah.
But the meter runs off your power.
A lot of natural gas. A lot of the natural gas infrastructure has backup with natural gas generators. So
they're very smart.
Yeah.
My only thing is natural gas is under pressure.
Yeah,
That
but
helps out a lot too.
the valves are all electronically controlled. If there's no electricity going to the valve at the station, you're not getting any more gas in your pipe. I've had the honor of going into I'm not going to say where it's at, but I've had the honor of going into the hub command center where all the natural gas in pretty much most of the United States goes through. That's controlled by this computer room. And it is impressive. There are some guys there's 3 guys in there that sit behind a desk that manage all the natural gas for most of the country. And they go, yes, send so much that way on that pipeline, send so much way on that pipeline, send so much on that way on that pipeline. This city just bought so much natural gas. We're going to send so much to them over the next few days. And it's all controlled by computerized valves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which require electricity.
It's amazing. When you look at an infrastructure map, when you get down to that kind of level and you see all the pipelines and arteries that go across the country, it's a crazy amount of infrastructure. And then you think, there's 3 guys in here. And any one of those 3 guys that's having a bad day, you just shut it off. You're done.
Yeah.
We want a pay raise. We quit.
Let's stop this.
Yeah, let's go. What's this next?
Yeah, let's talk about. You guys have brought the truck driver, and I know, Sam.
Well, I think we're going to get stuck on the truck driver for a while. Maybe we should talk about the esports. No, because we're going to get stuck on there, and we're going to run out of time.
The esports one, yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the esports one.
There was what was it? Major winning esports team, Luminosity. I'm saying it right. Just sold for $645,000. Am I reading that correctly? $645,000.
Mm-hmm.
I thought esport teams were worth more.
They are playing CS:GO.
He just blow his nose.
I don't know what he just did, but it came through as a snort and a blow or something.
I blow my nose.
Shut your mic.
Try mute. Yeah. So
I was chorting, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was founded in 2015. Usually fielded a North American roster, but now they've been acquired, and that's our gaming news for the day. That's interesting.
They're founded in Canada.
They're asking if they're going to go back to CS:GO is one of the things that they may pick back up on. But have you ever looked into these esports teams?
They get paid a lot to play games.
They all live in one house, and they literally train like 6-7 hours plus a day.
We got a girl that is a gamer, and she wins. She used to play. Was it I think it's CS. Was it? It's one of the one-man shooter thing.
Okay.
And she was really popular. She has what's her name? Oh God, because I want to know. The gaming company called her up and gave her 90,000 a year to test games for them. I'm trying to remember which one.
Oh wow.
It's not EA. It's not EA. It's God, just because I want to say it. Ubisoft. So she's working now, testing at 90,000 a year.
And a big fat NDA because you can't talk about anything you did at work.
I don't find an issue with this.
No,
I mean, if that was my job, I mean, like,
yeah.
The only thing I'd have against it,
she was a top gamer, and she's a nice girl, and no boyfriend, nothing, like nada. So
what I would say about that is some of the games from publishers are not very good, and they would have you play it, and you'd be like, "Oh my lord, this game is so bad." Yes. And you'd have to give them honest feedback. Like, what's that pirate game? Is that a Ubisoft game?
Which one?
That one that came out. Oh, what is it called?
Pirates of the Burning Sea. There's
No, it's
one where
newer
you
than that.
go around and it's like a PvP game and you jump on each other's ships and
What is Skull and Bones?
Skull and Bones.
I heard
I
that
had
one flopped.
such high hopes for that game, and then I was on the beta.
I was too. I got a private beta invite. You couldn't even take pictures because it had your screen name all over the screen. And I made a comment. I understand you don't want us to take pictures, but how can we see when all we see is our screen name everywhere?
Yeah, and it ran out of content like in an hour, and I don't even know, is it still up and running? Are people still playing that?
People might be playing Skull and Bones.
And it just flopped hardcore. I mean, they put like 10 to 40 hours of content in this game when they know the serious gamers are going to burn through that in a week.
And that's why they do season passes.
And they're doing these season pass things so they can just keep milking you for more money when the new content drops.
According to Steam charts, the last 30 days, it's averaged 794 players with a peak of 1,959 plays.
That's dead.
But mind you, that's Steam, so that doesn't include
that's dead.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, but that's, come on. You wouldn't even look to go play that game with that few amount of people.
Hey, remember Akai? Haven and Hearth? Not a very graphically intensive game. World Start, there's more people playing than that.
Yes.
And that is a top-down survival game where it's straight up survival.
But Haven and Hearth has the content.
Yes. And you know what you're going to do the next world. You know you got to go and you got to go pick the trees, and then you got to get the stick and you got to chip the stone so you can make your first axe. And then once you make the axe, you kill the animal, and then once you discover this, you discover this. And
it's an addictive game.
But there's a bunch of people that play it that are very big jerks.
It's not meant. That game is not meant for the casual player.
No.
Did you ever play it, Verm?
No.
That is a hardcore game where you have got to dedicate time every day.
Yes. That must be like that castle thing that I used to play on my phone.
No. World Start, the last time I did World Start, I was coming home from work and playing till 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning and then sleeping for 2 hours and going back because that's how dedicated you have to be. Otherwise, you get behind.
I wouldn't play that.
Yeah,
you guys like to play these kind of games. I don't.
However, if you get into a world
now that I'm retired, but even now that I'm retired, I still don't have that kind of time to dedicate to a game.
No, that's what I'm saying. About maybe not. I mean, you guys like to play these survival games and stuff like that. Or the robot game we played all together.
That was a fun game.
Yeah,
that's what's the name of that game? That deserves a shout out. Actually, that was put together by some Swedish people. Some good Swedish design.
Talking about
Robot War or something like that.
The one where you're playing and killing the robots like it was Terminator.
Yeah,
where you had me, and my other friend Finn.
You gave me some guns and stuff like that because I tried it out alone, and I get killed right away.
Generation Zero.
Yeah, Generation Zero. I think. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So since we're talking about games, have you guys seen lately the new launch of the Battlefield 6?
I know in the organization that most of us have been part of before, we're talking about that a lot right now. We're getting ready to do a spin-up team for that.
Are you back?
Battlefield 6?
Yeah.
No, are you back in?
I've been back in for a while.
I don't know.
It took me like 5 weeks to make TFO again.
Whatever.
No, they're
No, that's the reason why we don't have time to do all our stuff. because we're busy all over the place.
We have life. But yeah, Generation Zero. If you guys haven't played it, I don't know who's listening. Seems like it might only be Ragnar. Generation Zero is a good game. Play with friends; it's much better. As Verm said, you play by yourself, you're gonna get wrecked. They will outnumber you. They will outgun you, and you will get killed. You play with people, you can put down cover fire, and you can throw grenades, and you can take care of stuff.
It's a fun group game.
Yeah,
And it's
I
made
just-
by, and it's an
Have
indie
you ever-
Swedish game. It's great.
yeah.
I guess
Have you ever seen?
Ragnar just sent us this Command and Conquer bundle, the Ultimate Command and Conquer bundle.
See,
It's like 17 games, $20.
Yes. see, that's a really good deal if you never had Command and Conquer before. What
I
I would say is,
But I had
love
like the
Command.
original. I had like Red Alert, I think was the last one I bought.
Red Alert 2, Heroes in General, or no, what was it? Command and Conquer Generals. Like they were good games. The problem is if you've already bought them, them putting them out now is almost like when they re-released Skyrim like last year, the 10-year anniversary edition or whatever, and they didn't really add a lot to the game. And then they did the same thing with Elder Scrolls. It's like it looks like a money grab. To put it in perspective, if I were a company, right? Yeah, okay, Skyrim made me a lot of money. And I'm not saying Bethesda's wrong, but how much time did it take these guys to update the graphics on this? As opposed to them putting their time into making Elder Scrolls 6? Could Elder Scrolls 6 be out already?
Elder Scrolls has been out forever. And new games take, was it 5 to 10 years to develop from start?
The question is, well, I don't know very much about game design, but I would ask why.
Artwork, graphic
say,
design.
You say art and everything, but there's guys making AI videos in 5 minutes. That would be the perfect thing for AI. But that part right there, just the art.
And if
Debugging.
you don't think they're not using AI in game development,
Oh, Microsoft did, and then about
crazy.
300 people got, or was 3,000 people got fired? They were using AI to generate levels faster, and they found out and took the AI and then fired the people and then used it to continue to generate levels. So they AI'd themselves out of a job. They built the program that got them fired.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like this game he posted here, Outer Worlds. I remember when Outer Worlds came out because you could only get it on Epic first, because Epic had the rights for 1 year before Steam could get to it.
Yeah.
Love that game. Great game. Graphics are phenomenal. And it was made by some of the people that had done Fallout, the Fallout series. So, very good game. Yeah, love that game. The Fallout series, I love those too. But now they get that Fallout 76. It's all a big MMO, and
You have to pay every month. I'm not
every month. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I pay every month for Final Fantasy 11, but Final Fantasy 11 is more nostalgic to me. Like, I'll give you an example. I hadn't updated my profile on there. The last time I updated it was January of 2006, and my occupation was soldier on there. Like, actually, my personal occupation, because I was a soldier at the time.
Yeah, I mean, we get these games now. You go out and you buy a title, right? And automatically they tell you before you bought a game, and it was the complete game. If they came out with a sequel or whatever, that would be game number 2.
Yep.
And then you would get, a couple years later, you would get game number 3.
Like Super Mario Brothers, great example.
Yeah. And so, but now they come out with a game that's, got 10 or 15 or maybe 40 hours of content if you're lucky.
Let's use Call of Duty as an example.
And then they'll go, oh, you got to get the season pass because in 8 months, we're going to drop a new content thing or a new patch of weapons or uniforms or whatever that you can get. And they'll do that for 2 or 3 years until they see their numbers starting to drop down. and then they'll release the next one with that same business model, and they got to be making a killing at it.
The only one that really threw that on the head was
didn't we look it up there, Verm? It was like a couple $100 to buy everything to get up to, like, if you were late to the game and you wanted to jump into Battlefield and play with a group of guys that got all the stuff, it would cost you a couple $100 just to buy everything to join the game. So it was cheaper to get a season pass, not a season pass, but the yearly membership from EA Sports or Ubisoft
that I have. It's EA, EA.com. Yeah,
it's cheaper to buy the EA game package, which allows you to play all EA games. And
a good bunch of them, There's some games you still have to buy, but I mean, they give a big amount of games that you got that you can download. But I buy it off because I play Battlefield. So
and
but
it's
I
cheaper
haven't
to buy
played Battlefield lately
lately
because sorry again. Sorry.
It's cheaper to play Battlefield with that yearly pass cost than it is to buy the game outright.
Yeah. But they'll still try to make you upgrade on stuff. They'll still try to make you pay.
Well, yeah.
EA, you want to have this new design. You want to look chic. You want to look devilish or robotic. They had the robotic one now that you could be a robot and you're fighting as a robot. You have to pay for that. There's a lot of stuff. And then suddenly they'll give a swag somewhere. They'll give it out, once they see that it's dying out. So
I think we should stay on topic where we're at today, and let's talk about the other things we had next week, because the more might turn up on those, then we can give a more complete story. But we're having fun talking about games.
Are you running the show?
No, but I'm just giving recommendations.
Okay. I want to show you guys. Have you seen the video of Battlefield 6?
I have not.
Do you want to see the video of Battlefield 6? Okay. I'm going to show you the video.
Do we have permission from Battlefield to play the video from Battlefield 6?
Why would they say no?
It's public.
It's public.
I worry about intellectual property,
Why is it not letting me do my window?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking for it.
There you go. Oh, Infinity.
Are you in Infinity still?
No. We see the Battlefield screen. Hit the play button.
Is it going to be in French or is it going to be in English?
It's in English. It should be in English.
Because it says at the top in French, so. We don't hear anything.
Are they using
that's
the
what the
Unreal
voice saying.
Yep.
Does anybody know what engine Battlefield's using?
Yeah, it's still Frost. But they've got bigger. Give me a second. Let me go find the English version.
We were not hearing it either.
Battlefield engine.
Yeah, I just forgot to type.
Yeah, so they're still using Frostbite game engine.
Yeah, the Frostbite, they just got better. Give me a second, guys. I
like how a lot of these shooter games now are adding, battle damage to buildings, and because before you used to dump, thousands of rounds into a building and hit it with an RPG and nothing happened to it. Like
there you go. Give me a second. I'm there. It's getting there. Okay. Now it's English. Sorry, ladies and gents.
But we can't hear it.
No? Oh, mes chers. It's English. It's French again. Look at the video. That's President talking. You'll see something familiar. They went somewhere where
Chers concitoyens, aujourd'hui est un jour sombre de notre histoire, marqué par cette odieuse attaque.
Yeah, but it's French. Yeah, but it's French.
I know.
Pour ceux et celles qui sont en
Why am I
service,
not able to...
nos pensées vous accompagnent.
Because your YouTube is in French, you need to switch over to youtube.com instead of YouTube.
Yeah, but I wrote English. I don't know why it's not giving me the English version.
No, it's okay. Who cares? French or English? You
still
said
see
you
it?
were going to see something. No, I said what we're going to see. What were we going to see? We got the president
Do you
of the
see
United
it?
States. What was I supposed to see? Like, maybe you should stop the video on what we're supposed to see.
Give me a sec. Did you see it or you're not seeing it?
No, there's no video on your screen right now.
Oh. Technical issues, man. Technical issues. Oh, there we go. English. Oh, you want to have it in Japanese?
No,
Yes,
English
please.
is fine.
Look, I don't know. Maybe
What
one of
Arabic?
you- You're funny.
Ragnar said here, skins are a big moneymaker. Yes, they are.
So-
Roadblocks, all these other
Please
games.
look at it because I'm going to start it up again one more time.
Start it. Yep.
Look at it, and you'll see there's a resemblance of what's going on lately. Okay, that was the funny part because I saw the launch, and there's one part where you'll see it's in San Francisco, so they used the United States this time. It's like
Okay.
it's really funny. Well, I mean it's not funny, but I mean you know what I mean.
The only thing that I have against first-person shooters is too many times I've been killed, getting shot in the foot.
Okay,
My fellow citizens, my fellow. We will prevail.
the realistic worse than it was. It was like
Mr. President.
crazy.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
Come, your masters of war. Hear the bells of big guns. You hide behind walls.
30 seconds.
They turn and run farther when the fast
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6. Send it.
and I will bet you die.
Global
Your death will come soon.
Dan,
I follow your casket.
He brought back the game to the wars of the day.
I watch while you
No more than
stand over your
back
grave.
into like
I'm sure that you will.
The target for the S-61.
I watch while you
Burn us all.
and I stand over your grave. I'm sure that you will. Masters of war.
there we go.
now, only if the graphics look that good on my screen, which they never do.
Well, I mean, yeah, it depends. Yeah, you have a good computer.
I do, but it takes a lot more. You got to have monitors and, to get graphics that good.
Who's like talking that way?
It sounds like he has someone in his truck with him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tell your friend to wait.
Yeah. So Battlefield 6, like you could see, it starts with the president of the United States, my
Okay.
fellow citizens, and stuff like that. And then they're bringing into a state where United Nations hell is broken loose. So that's why he says all the countries are not, so you see some scenes of the United Nations attacking. It's like hell's broken loose, and then they get into San Francisco and they start blowing up stuff in San Francisco. I mean, I seen the different maps,
Addition by subtraction.
but they're bringing back the game. One thing that I do like is they're bringing back the game more into today's war. Like more not all these.
I hate
different-
doing World War II over and
mechanical
over.
dog that comes out like in 2042 that I play. They have like a mechanical dog that comes out and shoots. So they don't have that anymore. It's like really more into something that you guys know. as ex-military, and it's something that you guys know.
It's more first-person shooter, and it's with modern equipment. So
yeah, with the modern, for sure. It's because you guys, the guns that you guys had now today are different, maybe because you're gunsmith. Okay, so I mean, but
Have
it's
they
just
got
like
the new 6.7
and
deployed heavily, Sam? The 6-hour ones, or those aren't out yet, right? So they're still using M4s and M16s.
They're out, but they're going.
Yes, I heard about the M16s.
They're going to higher tier units.
So your Rangers, your SEALs, your et cetera, et cetera. If the SEALs even want to use them, I don't know much about SEALs
until they get enough of them produced and the ammunition all in stockpile. It's just higher tier units getting that stuff.
Yeah,
those scopes though, after they make them, they're supposed to be available for civilian side. But they're $10,000 a piece.
Special effects are really crazy. They made it even more realistic. So Frostbite
looked like you could drive tanks and you could fly airplanes in there.
They even and you could get into a jet and you really drive the jet even more. There's more controls. There's a lot because I've listened to the launch. They've had the EA done a official launch. So and when they were showing to the people the games, they had like a 3D wall unit top. So you were seeing like they were all like surrounded by the game. It's like crazy. And you were seeing all the different maps.
I'll be very honest. I don't know if I'd want to play a first-person shooter in 3D.
Well, it's not 3D. I'm just saying that they were showing it that way. You know, it's a big shebang when they do that. EA does the big thing when they do that. You know, Battlefield 3 is something that Battlefield 6, is something that's coming out. So
no, it's not anything against EA or Battlefield. It's just every veteran
too real.
Yeah, everything for veterans can be heightened, and if you go into 3D, we may have consequences, like we might get PTSD triggers and stuff. So, me personally speaking, I don't know if I'd want to, even rest me up.
I don't like playing first-person shooters, and I don't like watching war movies. So,
okay, so no, I do understand because of all what you just said. So, and especially that I don't have PTSD. I can't.
Hey, you're not too old to join the French Foreign Legion.
No, but the thing is, when I play the game, I get hyper. So you
get that anxiety and that hyperness.
Yeah, the anxiety, and then you got all the headaches and stuff like that, and then
that's what real combat is like. That's what people don't understand. Except it's like when you die, we don't respawn.
No.
So the stakes are just a little bit higher.
But you know what they do now? The new game, it will pull the soldier. So if the soldier's fallen, in the war zone, where the guns, the medic goes and grabs the soldier and pulls the soldier to safety and then gives him the shot. Or
that's what we did in combat. That's why it's realistic. That's exactly what.
No, I know, but they didn't do that before. It wasn't that way. But you had to run, and then you had to go boom. Because I always played medic. I play medic. I play a lot of medic, and I started sniper now. I'm getting really good in sniping. Some people got pissed off after me.
Who's that? Have you seen that really old grandpa dude that I think he was in the military? That's a really good sniper. Is he in Battlefield?
He's in one of those games. He's in one of those games, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he's poleaxing people left and right. And people are getting so pissed at him, and they're like, "Oh,
they'll be like
he's in
running back and forth on the top of a thing. He aims his gun and boom, hits him in the head. You're like, "How did you hit me?" He's like, "Well, on all my maps, I know that if you're here, I have to aim here, and I know I have to aim up and left or up and right this much, and I just put the trigger on the target, and you have a bad day."
When I play, there's good snipers. So that's maybe what they do, and it gets to me every time. I get pissed off because you respawn, you just move, and poof, you're already gone. It's like,
Grandpa Gaming.
Grandpa Gaming.
Grandpa Gaming. Thank you, Ragnar.
He's at 500,000 sniper followers on TikTok.
That's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he's actually, if I recall correctly, he might have actually been a recon Marine.
No, he
was in the military, but he straight up takes his military experience and he's 71 years old and just making people look bad.
Yeah. Now I have
They
an
pop
issue.
up and
Now I have an issue with my computer and I can't play the game for now because I got to go play in the BIOS. Is that how we call it? For some reason, I updated the BIOS and it took out my anti-cheat. It like unlocked it. So now I got to go say yes to the anti-cheat again. But it's so complicated that I might have to talk to you, Sam.
I need to get a new motherboard because this motherboard, this MSI Tomahawk
or someone that's good in
motherboard I got
computers
is not doing what it's supposed to do.
The Grandpa Gaming guy, the one knock that they have on him is they get mad at him because he doesn't have high KD. But he says, I'm reconnaissance. Snipers aren't made to kill people. We're supposed to tell you where the enemy are. We're supposed to point them out to other people so that they can either put bullets, guns, or something else on target.
And that's one of the problems with a lot of the snipers that are in these games. They just want to be a one-man show.
Yeah.
Get as high as KD they could possibly get without getting hosed themselves. And they're not in it for the team effort. They're in it for themselves. And it's hard. I know it's hard for a lot of veterans to play that are, grunts or whatever, that got trigger time, got the training to detach and go, okay, this is a game. I got to play this in a totally different style than I would real world.
Yeah.
And because you're like people doing like the bunny hop thing and all that. And I'm just like, it's just a game mechanic. These kids can play this game mechanics way better than we can as old guys.
I don't know. I've seen some tip of the spear guys playing some first person shooters. And let me tell you, when people get, they're like, you can jump. I'm still going to put round center mass. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Verm, tip of the spear guys are your operational detachment delta, your SEALs, your Rangers, your combat controllers, your Marine Force Recon guys, your Special Forces. 82nd Airborne, I'm going to give them a complimentary thing because I don't think people realize how much 82nd Airborne deploys for special operations.
Oh, it's 82nd Airborne.
Unless you're the 504.
That's where you guys were? 82nd Airborne?
No, that's where Sam was. But you just don't want to be 504. You never heard that one before?
I will tell you off air what we used to say.
Yeah. I
am not going to repeat those words.
It's just because I did talk, because, Akai, we've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I talk about us,
can't repeat that cadence on air.
Yeah. So I express, a little bit of your past and stuff like that. Because some people don't understand that we could be gamers and be 12 years as friendship. It's like
devils in baggy pants. They got their props in World War II. So.
Oh, they really did?
So
was that the year that jumped in?
There was actually I want to say it was a colonel or a general that wrote in his diary. He used to call them the devils in baggy pants.
Oh God.
The 504?
Is he sleeping?
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I know the 506 is really
I think I don't want to know.
There's there's a bunch of weird noises coming from your feed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my radar lane assist.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, man.
I think
you
it's
have a radar detector.
Nope, I have lidar. It's a form of radar for lane assist and all that.
I don't think he is, but I know nothing.
Are you allowed to have?
You don't know what lidar is?
I know what lidar is. Are you allowed to have a lidar detector in your truck?
My truck comes equipped with it.
Oh,
tells me how far.
It's part of the truck.
Yes.
It's like from the manufacturer.
Yes.
Or are you talking like, is it lidar to tell you that things are getting too close to you, or lidar to find the cops?
No, it's not for finding the cops. It's like how close they are, how far, how fast they are going. My side radar.
So what he has is he has a Toyota
detection.
Yeah, he has a Toyota of trucks. Okay, I understand now. Where it has all your fancy features, and my car will tell you how close the car is, tells you if they're on your side, your back, everything.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't say on the back, but it does on the side. Then on the lane assist.
They'll make that.
Does it say not to do a U-turn on the highway?
Oh, we don't talk about that now, or we don't keep
No,
talking about
because my right-hand arm up there on the other side. That side. No, the other side. Whatever.
Well, because I have
that
the
we're not
lane
talking about
assist, I have the cameras.
There's a lot of technology in
that.
trucks nowadays compared to what was
Yeah.
there 10 years ago.
The only problem is
Yeah.
you have to understand English and be able to read road signs.
But I mean,
Mhm.
my truck has some technology too. So, like, I'm sure yours, Akai. So,
Do you drive like a under 26,000?
You know, that was.
Who?
I just got one thing to say about the roadside thing. I remember I went to Canada once, long time ago, and I saw the speed limit signs there, and I was like, "This is great." It's not 120 miles an hour; it's 120 kilometers an hour. But my speedometer didn't have kilometers even marked on it, so I had no idea.
Did you get pulled over?
No, I just followed the guy in front of me. I'm like, well, it's about 60.
The best way is the best way. Don't follow me because I'm a high speed guy. So don't follow me. But
you're a Letchfoot, huh?
Yeah. But I do respect truckers. Okay, just to make sure, I always wait about 20 to 25 feet before I turn in front of a truck.
I'll tell you what my dad.
Don't forget, my brother-in-law is a trucker, so I know all about it. So that's why I always respect the truckers.
My dad tells me as a truck driver, when you can see all the top lights of the cab in your rearview mirror, then it's safe to pull in the truck because the truck will be able to stop if you can see all the top of the cab lights.
That's what I do.
I don't know if 25 feet is the right number. It's probably like 100 meters you need. However, we get what you.
No, it means to make a turn in front of a truck.
No, like if I pass the truck and they decide to do a turn, like go into his lane because I have to get out. So I'll wait until about 25 feet, like a couple of cars, and then I'm going to go in front of him. So at least he knows that I'm going in front of him, and I have my flashers on.
What speed is he going? What speed are you going? What speed is
highway speed?
Because highway speed. You understand at 55 miles an hour takes 278 feet to stop a truck.
Can you convert
basically a football field? Every mile an hour is 5 feet more. So at 65 miles an hour, you're looking at about 328 feet to stop a truck.
So what you're telling me is trucks need better brakes.
They maybe need more.
We haul 80,000
AI in their trucks now to get them stopped.
I don't know. We could say that same thing about trains because trains take forever to stop too.
Yeah. But I think it has to do something with metal on metal. The wheels are stopped.
But also,
whenever trains are stopping,
it's just sliding on top of those metal rails.
Yeah, they spray they spray sand down onto the rails when they're trying to stop
to give them grit. Yep.
Yeah, but the thing is also we're hauling 80,000 pounds. You are very light compared to us.
I disagree with the 80,000 pounds, and I'm going to disagree for two reasons. A lot of times, the 80,000 pounds is your max curb weight. A lot of times, you're 4,000 to 5,000 pounds under that. And remember, there's all these people that have the heavy loads that are obviously carrying more than 80,000 pounds.
Yes.
I would say most truck drivers are at like 72,000 pounds. Which is why I'm like, why don't they make the trucks out of more plastic? If they can get more plastic out of the body, they can carry more weight.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be durable.
It can't handle the forklift going in and out because sometimes them forklifts are shaking me out of my own bed.
Oh, then you got to use titanium. Let's just make the trailers more expensive.
Titanium's not the answer either because while titanium is a strong material, it doesn't like being heated and cooled, heated and cooled, heated and cooled, and heated and cooled. Yep. It starts to get brittle. So,
however, it doesn't really matter how much your truck and trailer weighs. Correct me if I'm wrong, Truck Sam. I think you can only go to like 38 or 40,000 pounds without a permit of total load. It's a 38 or 40.
No. If it all depends on what you have. If you have a dry van, you can haul 47,000. If it's a reefer, usually 45,000. I think
So it depends on the
flatbeds.
type of the trailer.
And in a flatbed, I think it's 50,000. Before they hit their max weight. If you're over 80,000, then you need a permit, and that'd be considered oversized.
Do you remember the M118 or M118 Oshkosh's Akai
Mm-hmm.
that held the M1A1 Abrams? That they're like 800 or 900 horsepower engine, 2,700 foot-pounds of torque, and the tank can supposedly shoot from the back of this trailer.
It's a lowboy trailer, but I forget how many tires were on that thing. It was insane.
Oh, too many? Well, probably not enough, but
the one piece of equipment that always got my attention, like I was enamored by it because it was such a workhorse, is that M88 recovery vehicle, that track recovery vehicle. Because that thing can haul like 5 M1 Abrams behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big track tank with a huge engine, and I think it was designed in the 60s.
That engineer should be getting awards. That's worth a Nobel Peace Prize because.
Okay, we're going long. So
ladies and gents, thank you very much being there, Ragnar. I know you're always one of our faithful listeners, and you always give us some information. It's really great. Thank you very much. Come and listen to us every week on Tuesdays at 9 Eastern when we don't debate about what we're going to talk about. So 9 Eastern.
You mean
Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Did I say Wednesday? I said Tuesday again, eh? Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Yes, you did.
I don't. No one's telling me. Because I still have in my head that it's.
I forgot
Tuesday.
to bring it. It's in the kitchen, but I did get my Vermland order.
He showed up. Yeah, he
did. Oh,
that means he did. That means Verm didn't watch the video like he said he did, because he was seeing that at the end of the video.
Did I have it in the video?
In my truck.
I did have it in the video, didn't I?
Yeah.
In the video, you have it in the video, but I listened to it. I heard you talk about it.
I had that thing full of ice and water, right?
Is it cool?
It lasted almost 2 days on my kitchen counter with ice in it.
Oh, schmutz. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, is this cup possessed with, thermal cooling properties or something?
Your wife just keeps going by and adding ice and not telling you?
No, that's not happening. But
Akai has proven that the swag works.
The swag works. The cup's nice.
Samuel, now you could order your caps, and if there's an issue with a cap and you need something else, let me know. I'll create it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to create, because we got a new logo, Just Pure Talk. I'm working on it. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working in the back end, even if people don't see me sometimes every week.
Yeah.
I work on a lot of new logos for the LPV podcast.
Pippin ain't easy.
Okay, Akai, do your thing.
Please like and subscribe. Go out to vermlandradio.com. You'll see our thing there. You'll go to our store page. We are juggling stores right now, so we'll have to throw out some links.
No, the website is completely flushed. Now it's the new website.
So we got the new store up there, which is awesome, and you can buy the Just Pure Talk cup with, the pictures of the fists, and like I was drinking on the show last week. It's actually a very nice cup. I was very happy with it. So no complaints. And please like and subscribe. And all the money that we actually make, we don't actually see, because we just put it back into the station trying to make it better. So
we do.
And we appreciate y'all, you guys out there watching and listening and doing all that. It's just wonderful. And if you got any problems or complaints, please send them to Verm. He doesn't have enough stuff to do during the day.
Gold Ride,
don't send it to me.
Photograph, Débosselage, Marcel Ferrand, Pit Stop Performance, and CSL Locations are our sponsors. So please go see them. Go on their website. Go help them out. Go.
Please support our sponsors. Please.
Yes. And you do got a 15% off on one of our sponsors called
Ruthless Rustlers, isn't it? Or is it the other one?
No, not Ruthless Rustlers anymore. It's God, I want to say it. It's Horizon Western.
Yes.
Go look at their swag.
Yes, nice swag.
You might like them, Akai, because they do have a couple of extra.
They got. Well,
Horizon Western. There we go. There it is.
Just a little update. I am now down to 304 pounds. I have lost
Woo!
76 pounds in the last 4 months. So, and we're going to keep going.
I'm down to 217.
Nice. I'm trying to get to
Close.
250, but I'm a big guy.
What? What did you say, Doc?
He said he's a big guy, and I said you're getting close to me, Verm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you are, but I mean,
I
want
was
to go
182. I was 182 the other morning.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
I don't
Keep
know.
going. Keep
We'll
going.
see.
Oh, I'm gonna gain weight. I can promise you that because I got surgery.
We want to lose
No. So I was lifting to gain weight, but I'm gonna have surgery on my left arm here soon. I know I'm gonna gain weight.
There we go. So we're gonna shut this down, and then we could talk.